tonight.
Drew McIntyre, Samoan drop by Reigns right out of the box, caught the inside leg, kick out by McIntyre. I mean, think about it.
Roman's been incredibly open about his opinion that if it weren't for the support later at WrestleMania where the big dog belongs.
With his biggest thorn in his side.
WWE storyline where Roman Reigns disqualifies Drew McIntyre from the 2025 Money in the Bank MITB ladder match. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. Roman Reigns disqualifies Drew McIntyre from the 2025 Money in the Bank ladder match. WWE shocker. The landscape of WWE just shook to its core. In a decision that has left fans stunned, superstars outraged, and the locker room divided, Roman Reigns has used his power to disqualify Drew McIntyre from the 2025 Money in the Bank ladder match. A move so controversial, so personal, and so calculated, it's being called one of the biggest abuses of power in WWE history. Why did Roman do it? How did WWE management let it happen? And what's next for Drew McIntyre, who many believed was destined to finally reclaim his place at the top? Let's break it all down. The betrayal, the politics, and the war that's only just beginning. The road to MITB 2025's road to Money in the Bank was shaping up to be one of the most exciting in years. With rising stars and returning legends all vying for a spot in the iconic ladder match, the stakes were sky high. Among the early favorites, none other than Drew McIntyre. The Scottish Warrior had been on a tear in 2025, racking up big wins, cutting passionate promos, and reminding the WWE Universe why he once carried the company on his back during the pandemic era. After defeating LA Knight in a grueling qualifier on Raw, Drew punched his ticket to the MITB ladder match, scheduled to headline the PLE in London, England, Drew's home turf. The pop when he qualified was deafening. Fans chanted, "Drew's gonna win it." For the first time in a long time, Drew had momentum on his side. He wasn't just another name in the match, he was the favorite. But backstage, there was trouble brewing. One man wasn't happy about Drew's resurgence. Roman Reigns. Roman's return to power. After losing the undisputed WWE Championship at WrestleMania 41, Roman Reigns had taken time off. The bloodline crumbled, Solo Sikoa arose, and Paul Heyman's allegiance became murky. But then, without warning, Roman returned on the SmackDown after Backlash. And he didn't come back empty-handed. Triple H introduced a new authority figure role called the Head of Competition Affairs, a position created to restore structure and honor in the aftermath of the Bloodline's chaos. And who was appointed to that role? Roman Reigns. The fans were shocked. Roman wasn't just a wrestler now, he had executive power. The tribal chief could now influence matches, book punishments, and issue suspensions under the guise of ensuring fairness. The locker room, outraged. Seth Rollins called it a dictatorship. Cody Rhodes told reporters backstage, "This is how empires fall." But Roman, calm, calculated, in control, he said, "Y'all begged for change, now you're gonna acknowledge mine." History repeats. Let's not forget the history between Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. They've clashed for years, from Survivor Series to Clash at the Castle. And each time, Roman found a way to walk out with his hand raised, often with help from the bloodline. But Drew had been patient. He waited, trained, rebuilt, and when Roman returned to power, Drew didn't hold back. He cut a promo the following week that went viral. Roman Reigns wants to call himself the head of competition. That's rich. The only thing Roman's ever competed for is control. But here's the thing, I'm not the same man from Cardiff. You can't manipulate this version of Drew. The crowd exploded. Drew was fearless. Roman, however, wasn't impressed. He smirked backstage, surrounded by security, whispering something to Paul Heyman. And just like that, the chessboard was set. The investigation. 1 week before MITB, WWE.com posted a stunning announcement. WWE has launched an internal investigation into Drew McIntyre's Money in the Bank qualifying match. Allegations have surfaced suggesting external interference during his bout with LA Knight. The fanbase was confused. No such interference was seen on television. But Roman Reigns doubled down on SmackDown, saying, "We have camera footage that was never aired. Footage that proves Drew McIntyre received outside help, a clear violation of the MITB code of entry. Fans immediately suspected foul play. Many pointed out that Paul Heyman was seen talking to LA Knight backstage weeks earlier. Rumors exploded that the footage had been manipulated, either edited or staged by Roman's allies. Drew responded in a fiery Twitter post. "Manipulate all the footage you want. I earned my spot in that match. This isn't about rules, it's about revenge." Still, the WWE Universe waited with bated breath. Then, it happened. Drew is disqualified. On the final Monday Night Raw before Money in the Bank, WWE cameras cut to a special bulletin midway through the show. Roman Reigns appeared on screen in a suit, sitting at an executive desk with the MITB briefcase right behind him. He cleared his throat and said the words that sent the wrestling world into a frenzy. Effective immediately, Drew McIntyre is disqualified from the 2025 Money in the Bank ladder match. Evidence has confirmed interference in his qualifying bout, rendering his victory invalid. "As head of competition, my decision is final." The arena erupted in boos. Roman continued, smug and unbothered. "You don't get second chances in my WWE. Drew McIntyre is out." Social media exploded. Twitter trended worldwide. #Justice for Drew. The commentary team was speechless. Even Corey Graves, a known Roman supporter, looked stunned. And backstage, chaos. Drew fights back. Drew McIntyre stormed into the building that night, unannounced, just minutes after Roman's announcement aired. He marched down to the ring, no music, no pyro. The fans gave him a standing ovation. Drew grabbed a mic, eyes filled with rage. "You think you've taken me out, Roman? Think again. I've bled for this business. I carried this damn company when you were sitting at home in your ivory tower. And now you're gonna erase me with a signature. No, not happening. You can disqualify me from a match, but you'll never disqualify me from this fight." The crowd roared. Drew slammed the mic down and dared Roman to face him. But Roman didn't show up that night. Instead, security came down, ordered by Roman himself, to escort Drew out. As Drew was being removed from the arena, he screamed, "You're a coward, Roman. I'm not done with you." It was war now, pure war. Backstage reactions. Backstage, WWE superstars were livid. Sami Zayn, who had once followed Roman blindly, tweeted, "This ain't leadership. This is dictatorship. This ain't the bloodline. This is corruption." Sheamus posted a photo of him and Drew with the caption, "My brother deserved better." Cody Rhodes, always vocal, said during a podcast appearance, "You can only push a warrior like Drew McIntyre so far. Roman lit a fire he's not ready for." Even Triple H was reportedly furious backstage, blindsided by Roman's power move. But with Reigns legally placed in the head of competition role, his decision stood. As for Paul Heyman, silent, calculating, watching, the locker room was boiling. And the fans were louder than ever. They didn't want a corporate puppet match. They wanted Drew, and they weren't going to stop chanting his name. Money in the Bank chaos. Money in the Bank 2025 arrived. The ladder match was stacked. Solo Sikoa, Ricochet, Finn Balor, LA Knight, Grayson Waller, but no Drew. The crowd in London, furious. During entrances, fans booed every man except LA Knight and Ricochet. Chants of, "We want Drew," shook the arena, and then, it happened. Midway through the match, with ladders flying and chaos everywhere, Drew McIntyre came through the crowd, hoodie up, fists clenched. Security tried to stop him, but Drew fought them off and stormed the ring, knocking down Finn and Solo with brutal claymores. The crowd lost it.